Oh, dude, the fight scene, Lancer versus Archer rematch. I've been waiting for this for a long time, and the link is in the description below. After the end of this video, make sure you click on that link to watch the fight scene if you've already missed it. But that scene when Archer was facing off against Lancer, oh, so many good moments. So many good moments. First of all, the music in that scene, very similar to the first time we saw them fight in episode 0. Amazing fight music. Now the action and the animation. You talk football, where are you growing all this money from? Is it coming out of your butt? Do you have a magical growing tree? Like, what kind of people do you have animating your series like this? This is next level stuff. And while the fight scene, I wish it was a bit longer, you have to understand this is not cheap. This is very expensive to create. So the fact there was a lot of talking in between, but in terms of total action, I would say no more than 2 minutes we had of action, but those 2 minutes translate into a lot of money. It's very expensive. So even the fact that we got 2 minutes was enough for me. I really enjoyed those moments. Archer was he was pretty much defeated by Lancer. Lancer's special ability, man, his Nova Phantasm is incredible. It's very adaptable and was even able to break through Archer's shield. Even Archer was surprised himself. He was like, oh, somehow he survived though. He survived because, you know, Archer is just very powerful, very strong character. But Lancer, what surprised me was that he said, okay, well, I served my purpose here today, so now I'm going home, like later. Like, he let him live. That is surprising to me, that Lancer let Archer live. But also, the fact that Archer has no real values in terms of pride and being noble. He's about winning. Even if he has to do some bad things, and he's like, yo, take your pride thing to a dog. I don't want to hear about pride. I can overcome pride with my success. You can overwrite the not the things that you aren't proud of that you've done to get there. So that's the way that Archer thinks. Now let's move on to the next awesome moment that I really liked in this fight scene. And that was when Archer made fun of Rin, and freaking Lancer was like, what, you search of my girl? Yo, you know Lancer wants to take it in away from Shido. Like, he got so mad when Archer made fun of his girl. Oh man, so funny. Moving on to the fight scene we have of Rin versus Caster. I was surprisingly impressed by Rin. The fact that she started going kung fu with Jackie Chan on Caster, that was awesome. Like, I really thought she was done for, and she was like, haha, no, I'm not done for. She did a big distraction, and she used that distraction, it's kind of like a flare, you know, like a flashbang, in order to get closer to Caster. Because you guys know Caster is only good with long distance combat. When it comes to close combat, she suffers, which is interesting because her master Kazuki, he's not good with long distance, but he's good with close combat. So they have a good balance. So Rin took advantage of the fact that Kazuki was being distracted, and she went in close combat against Caster. And man, she was really going in there, like to the point where Caster was bleeding. Rin could have had that, like she was all set, like she was good. Freaking Shido, when Rin was in trouble, because Kazuki, Shido was like, Rin! The guy falls down to the floor. What an idiot, man. Like, I love Shido, and I know I say this many times, I call him an idiot. But what else are you gonna call that? He's like trying to save Rin, like, Rin, I'll come save you. And then he trips. Then he I can't count how many times he's done this so many times. He's always tripping. Man, this guy is just too funny. But definitely I was surprised the fact that Archer actually went against Caster. At the same time, I'm not surprised, but still, that was a beautiful moment to see. I am surprised though that Caster sacrificed herself for Kazuki, because you don't expect that from Caster, but that really shows kind of like her human side in a way. And at the very end, you can see her real face. That was a beautiful thing. Now the sad thing is that she has this beautiful type of romantic attraction towards Kazuki, but Kazuki revealed that he has no emotions, that as a young kid he was pretty much trained like a robot to kill and assassinate. So he has no emotions, no sympathy, no sadness at the fact that Caster is dying, that she's dead. But even though he stayed his ground and he tried to avenge the woman who tried to protect him, And that surprised me. You can say, oh well, you know, because he has no reason to continue fighting. I don't like his explanation. Honestly, as an assassin, you're supposed to run away and live for another day. But he made up some excuse so he can continue fight. He knew he was gonna die. He knew he had no more protection from Castor, no more strengthening fists, and within 2 hits, well, 2 stabs technically, Archer defeated him. So that comes to show you how strong Archer is, and because Kazuki was able to defeat, pretty much defeat Saber. And you can argue that she was surprised and whatnot, but come on, Saber had a chance to pull herself together. Like it wasn't like freaking Kazuki was constantly attacking her like a punch bag like that. No, he was walking. He gave her chances for her to pull herself together, and she still got defeated. But obviously at this point he doesn't have the strength that Castor was giving him. So that was a sad moment to see, but it wasn't as sad as it could have been if we had more character development from Castor, because the major character that happened of Castor happened so late in the series that it didn't give us enough time to really settle that within ourselves and like really care about her as a character. So at least me, I'm not a big fan of Castor, but definitely that was interesting. Now the ending of this episode, we have obviously Archer say, I am a man who has been stripped down to like a servant or something like that. So, and the fact that he said, and it was revealed in this episode that he said, trace on. And he said it before. I actually have a video where I give evidence that Archer is Shido, except during those times that he did say trace on, it was muted, so we can only see his mouth saying it, but we couldn't hear it. But this time, we heard it. Even Shido heard it. Everybody heard it. So pretty much canon. It's confirmed. If you're an anime only watcher, at this point it's pretty much confirmed that Shido is Archer in some way. I'm not sure the specific details, but we're gonna find out very soon. Now the next episode, it seems like Archer is gonna try to defeat, he wants to kill Shido. He really wants to kill Shido to the point where he tried a surprise sneak attack with his swords, and Saber defended him. But Saber is not at the state where she can fight against Archer. She is not. She's lost a lot of mana. She's not strong. At the same time though, Archer was just defeated by Lancer. So even though his face is cleaned up and he doesn't have the wounds that he just had, he's still not fully recovered. And also he doesn't have a master technically, which means that he's not going to be as strong and as if he had a master, because he needs to be fed off the mana from another master. So I feel like Archer's, it's on a time clock right now. If he doesn't get a master soon, we might not see him around for too many episodes. Now, right now, the 2 most powerful characters, in my opinion, are Lancer and Gilgamesh. Gilgamesh, obviously, he's our main antagonist. He's the villain. You need to group in order to defeat him. But Lancer surprised me just how powerful he is as a character and just how cool he is. If he was bad, oh man, our characters would be screwed. But obviously, there's some bigger plans behind his sleeve, or maybe the master of Lancer has some plans which is preventing Lancer from just going out and killing everybody. So I am excited. I hope we get to see another rematch of Lancer versus Archer. But if we don't, at the very least, I want to see Lancer versus Saber, and I'm pretty sure we're gonna get to see that within the next 3 episodes or so. But let me know in the comments below, what was your favorite moment in this episode besides I am the bone of my sword. That was beautiful moment. And make sure you let me know in the comments below if you enjoyed this episode and what your predictions are for the next episode. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys tomorrow.